Hello everyone, how are y'all doing? Hope everyone's doing good. Today is Elite Raid Day in Pokemon Go. First time that Pokemon Go is getting the Pokemon Regidrago, part of the Regi Pokemon. Now we have Regidrago. Soon upcoming in the future we will be getting Regieleki. I'm here now for the 2 o'clock raid. I've already participated in the 11 a.m. raids this morning. This morning was really fun. We met up with a big group today. There was literally 8, 9 of us walking around from raid to raid doing 3 Regidrago, so that was really, really cool. Let's go see what we can get for the other 2 Regidrago. Let's go. was Elite Raid Day. In looking back at the event for me and my friends, I don't think I should really complain all that much because I did 3 raids today. I was able to catch all 3, which was good. So now I have a couple extras to trade with friends. Only one of them, the IVs were decent. I only got 1 decent IV. It was a 3-star. The other ones were 2 stars, so we'll definitely save those to trade with friends. Out of the group that I was with, in the morning I was playing with a big group of people. It was probably almost 9 or 10 of us actually. And hardly anybody in the group caught it. Like, I think less than half of the people in the group actually caught the Regi, and unfortunately the catch rate was kind of like that most of the day for a lot of my friends around me. I found that a lot of people were like, crap, I didn't catch it. Shoot, I missed it. I didn't catch it. So maybe I should just be thankful that I caught it. Okay, something I do find very strange about this Elite Raid Day is when you go to the Today tab and go scroll down to the news and see the feature about Regidrago arrives in Elite Raids. Regidrago arrives in Elite Raids. And it says that the time is Saturday, March 11th at 11 a.m., Saturday, March 11th, 2 p.m., and Saturday, March 11th at 5 p.m. So the group that I was raiding with, we all kind of did stick together for most of the day. We split up a couple times, took some breaks, whatever it was. But when we went to meet back up for the afternoon raid and we started looking around for 5 o'clock raids, there was not one raid to be seen around our nearby neighborhood. We looked all around on the Campfire app. I asked my friends to also check their phones just in case there was something weird with my phone with all the glitches and stuff that I've been encountering lately. And yeah, it just seemed that there was no raids around. I did tweet about it on Twitter. So far, Niantic has yet to respond. If they do respond by the time I'm done editing and posting this video, which is going to be plenty of time from the time I'm sitting here and recording it, plenty of time to give Niantic to respond, I will make sure to edit that in and let you know how that goes. But so far, I've tweeted about it, I tagged Pokémon Go, I tagged Niantic, I tagged Niantic Help, and I have not heard back from Niantic, but I've heard a lot back from the community. The community had a lot to say. I'm just going to scroll to my tweet that I said, so Niantic Labs, what happened to Calgary's 5 p.m. Elite Raids? A group of 7 of us waited until 4 p.m. and then split. 5 p.m. rolls around, still no Elite Raids. What happened? Was the last one cancelled? It was supposed to be 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m., right? And then of course I tagged everybody. And as you could see from the news that I just checked, yes, it was supposed to be from that time. Baked and Famous says, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Niantic. There was only one 5 p.m. raid in our town, and it was on a hiking trail near the top of a mountain. Okay, don't know what the heck that's about, Niantic. Pokedad Chris of Team Valor says, it's Niantic Labs not even caring about their fan base. Pretty brutal, pretty blunt, but you know, at this point, I can't blame them. Lunar Wolf says, there were none in my area either, 5 p.m. was dead. Danny, who is a player here in Calgary, says the majority of the raids were at 11, and I say I was hoping he would comment. I was wondering what the raids were like near his area, and he said that there was only one Elite Raid near his area for 5 p.m. He says around him there were 10 eligible gyms, 7 were 11 a.m., 2 are 2 p.m., and 1 was 5 p.m. So that's in another area of Calgary here, so that's what it was like there. Blazing Karma says, today was awful, Niantic Lab should be ashamed. Rod NGA says, you can't tell me that this was also caused by spoofers. And NC says, that's just not right. And when I go on my Twitter and look at Twitter, there is certainly a lot of madness happening on Twitter when I checked it out today. I actually took a break from Twitter for a couple days, and after kind of looking at it today, I was like, oh my god. Maybe I shouldn't be so upset and be complaining so much about my experience today, because although I was not particularly happy with my experience today, there's a lot more players out there that had it much worse, like in New Zealand and Australia. Zoe Two Dots, who is a YouTuber from Australia, at this point of me recording the video, they've already had one Elite Raid Day, which had problems, and then Niantic announced a Makeup Raid Day for them, which is also having problems, which Zoe has reported on Twitter already, which is crazy to see, honestly. It really is. And I'm not sure if any other parts of the community is going to get a Makeup Raid Day. I personally don't even want a Makeup Raid Day myself. I would prefer that they just hold off on Elite Raids until they have it sorted out. Like, sort out the kinks, deal with what you need to deal with, fix what you need to fix, and then you can release the elite raids. Sorry about my cat. He just wants to be the center of attention all the time. If you have a cat, then I think you know what I mean. And besides everything that I've mentioned, there are problems with elite raids as there is. Like, the only reason why I'm lucky enough to be able to even complete these raids is because I am on Campfire for one, and Campfire is a bit of a weird app. What Campfire is, it's an app that you use to communicate with players that you're friends with on Pokemon Go. You actually have to be invited to it, and when I was invited to it by a friend that was invited to it by one of her friends. Then once I got the invite, it said that I had 5 invites to send out. Basically, then those 5 people would have 5 invites. So that's essentially the only way you can get the app right now, because it technically is still in testing, which is why they're doing it this way. It's a bit weird. I probably will make a video about Campfire in the future as well. In a nutshell, that's what Campfire is. If I didn't have that app to go on at like 9 o'clock in the morning and kind of chat with some people and look at shortly before I was going before the raids at 10:30, then I wouldn't have known that there was going to be a whole crew of 7-8 people there. I wouldn't have been as prone to go outside today in the minus 20-degree cold weather to go out an elite raid, because I wouldn't have even known if there were people there. I still probably would have tried, just because it's a big city here, and sometimes even if there is not a group organized, you can just show up and there's a bunch of people raiding if you go right at the time that the egg spawns and pops. But I know that that is an advantage that I have as a player that lives in a big city. I understand that players in rural cities do not have that opportunity. They do not have that opportunity. Like most people in rural cities, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to gather together a group of like 5, 6, 7 people, you know? And I do see that as a bit of a problem, that unfortunately Niantic is leaving out a huge part of the player base. There's probably a huge part of Pokemon Go players that aren't even interested in elite raiding because they just can't. Ooh, creepy! If you did do any elite raids today, I hope that you had a decent time. I hope you didn't run into too many glitches and problems. I hope you were able to catch like at least one of them, you know? And hopefully next time that Niantic decides to host elite raids, that they have their shit together and we can actually raid and actually do what we want to do in Pokemon Go. You can expect to see my Niantics video soon with everything that's been happening. If you have any thoughts on anything that I spoke about in this video, if there's anything that you want to add, feel free to let me know in the comments. I love to read the comments. And while I have you here, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you made it all this way, make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, take care of yourself and take care of each other, because otherwise you might go nuts. Do you want to say bye to Pokey? Let's say bye to Pokey. 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 Pokey poke.